Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, host of Warren First 931. We are live at Supreme Building Products, and again, I got Reese because it's FYI Fridays, or Reese's FYI Fridays, and I'm going to try to do as little talking as possible today. I did kind of lose my voice a little last night at the swim meet, but MST represented great for the folks here in Warren County.
Good.
Kids broke records last night.
Where'd y'all go?
We went to Swanee.
Swanee.
Yeah, and that is a real good team to play against. That's where the championships are played out each and every year. Swanee's got a great facility, a great educational program as well. But real quickly, because I know Reese has so many things that he had to turn his radio off because it was going off. But tell everybody what is going on this weekend.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having us. Thank you for being here once again, Kelly. We've got 4x4s back on sale this week. I need to have this written down. $11.35. Those are treated. 2x6 12s are $8.44, and I've got some 10 snips for $11.75. So it should be a good weekend. It's going to be hot. It's going to be dry, but we've got a fresh shipment of lumber coming in today, pressure treated. So everything should be good and fresh. The water sells off, but if you need some water, I think we can probably work something out for the water.
And don't always forget, you still have pine straw.
We got plenty of pine straw.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a hot topic the past 2 or 3 weeks now. Everybody's like, "Where's the pine straw?"
We sold a ton of it. But so it's going to be a good weekend, and so we're looking forward to it.
And with the holidays coming up, with 4th of July and stuff, what do you guys see a lot of people come in and get between now and then?
You never can tell because, sometimes, back when COVID and all that, everybody was at home working. But, you never can tell. We will be closed on, I think the 4th of July is on Friday. We will be closed that Friday. But, outdoor projects, once again, weather-related projects. Hopefully it won't rain. But just
fingers crossed.
Outdoor landscaping, decks, remodel stuff, sealers, cleaners for your houses. So just little DIY, do-it-yourselfers, little weekend warrior projects. We still got sand, guys, so keep us in mind on the sand for the pools. It's pool season. Today, I believe, is officially the first day of summer.
The 20th or the 21st?
Today
I can't remember. We'll look it up while you talk.
I'm 99% sure today's the first day, and it's summer solstice, so it's the longest day of the year as well. So I'm not yet.
I'm going to
fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure today is.
You're right.
Thank you.
See, June 20th through September the 22nd is summer.
That's summer. So okay.
Yeah.
But today's the longest day. Today's the longest day of the year.
Yep. So
I'm always glad when winter solstice is over with.
Same.
Because I'm always glad when that's done. That way, the days are finally starting to turn.
Yes, and for anybody that is like contractors or weekend warriors and nurserymen out there, they enjoy the longer time periods. Because, they get to work on some of their projects that are their catch-up list, I guess would be it, right?
Right.
But if y'all guys have any questions, call Supreme Building Products up here. Talk to Brandy, talk to Reese, talk to David, and everybody. Is there anything else that we haven't mentioned before I have to let you go and take a quick break?
I think we're good. Again, our hours, Monday through Friday, 7 to 4, Saturdays, 7 to 12.
Okay. And guys, make sure you always check out your local mom and pop places before you go to these big box stores, because these businesses like Supreme are ones that keep moving and shaking this community at the end of the day. But with that said, guys, we'll be right back with weather and our special guest. Remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
64 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter, host of Warren First 931. We are here live at Supreme Building Products, and this is Reese's FYI Fridays. And right before we get with our amazing guest this morning, it is currently in downtown Minville, 75 degrees. Today's high is 85, and tonight's low is 67. Now, from today and at least till next weekend, it is going to be sunny skies, all in the 80s. And I want to give everybody a warning. Monday morning, or on Monday through all the way up to Saturday, it's going to be potentially in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So again, with summer kicking off, everybody's like, oh my gosh, when is the summer heat coming? Well, you prayed for it and asked for it, and it's coming. So I don't want to hear any of y'all saying it is too daggum hot Don't be complaining. It is the summer solstice, like Reese was saying. It's today's the kickoff to summer. But again, thanks to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsor here on the show. But with me is a stranger to nobody to me. It is Mr. Wayne Wolford. Thank you for coming on the show today. I wanted him to come on to talk about all things like Juneteenth and what's happening in our African American community.
Okay. Yes, we had Juneteenth over at Young Men United over at the Bernard area Saturday, and it went well. Things are kind of falling off a little bit for us here for the ceremonies because more places like Cookville, Tullahoma, Winchester, places like that, now they're celebrating Juneteenth now, and that takes away from it. And, when you want food trucks and everything to come by, well, they have to make their money.
Right.
And so that's where we're kind of falling short here. But we're still celebrating. That's a good thing, and it was so sad that back around 1965 that in Texas that the slaves didn't even find out. Well, the owners did, but the slaves didn't find out until 2 years later that there was Emancipation Proclamation. So, and that's basically, that's one thing we do have to celebrate, you know. And when you hear me talking, when I say people of flavor, I'm talking about any kind of flavor you are, So right now we've got things going on with the museum. We're definitely needing help right now because we got cut back $15,000 from TVA and almost $5,000 from the city. So that's $20,000 we lost this year. Yeah. And so when you lose money like that, it's hard to operate, especially being locally and trying to, make things work. But we're going to do it. I have strong faith, and we're going to actually do our own fundraisers and stuff like that.
Like you've been doing, like I would do fish fries and.
No, we're going to go higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Now, just because I'm on here right now, if you know someone, movie star, ball player, anything like that, that would want to come and help participate for fundraisers. And not only for the museum, we're trying to get a culture center developed. And we've been to the state legislation, and we're asking for $10 million for a culture center because that's what we need. We need culture here, you know. And we have, with diversity here, we need to understand where people have come from, what they've done for Warren County, and we need to know the customs. We need to understand people, as a whole. So if you see somebody, you don't just get that first judgment of them. You talk with them. You find out what kind of foods they eat, what the religion is, their music, and stuff like that. So those are the things we're trying to get together with the Culture Center. Yes, I did start the Black History Museum, and it started. Yeah. But right now we need to grow a little bit and get a culture center. Yeah. And so I think that would be so neat right now.
Well. Can you, while we've been talking about it on and off air, can you explain the difference between the Black History Museum and a cultural center?
Yeah, because
is it the same thing or is it different?
It's different because when the message came to me, it came to me as a Black History Museum, and good Lord said, "Okay, Wayne, you go start a Black History Museum."
Right, I remember.
And so culture wasn't in the mix at that time. Yeah. And so what I was trying to do was make sure that history wasn't lost and education wasn't lost, because we go around now, we're saying la-di-da-di-da, everything's good to go, but there was a time when people of my flavor could not go in the front of stores, they could not drink at certain water fountains, they couldn't go to different bathrooms. Right here,
Park Theater had a special entrance.
So when we get educated about the past and the way things were and kind of look back, wow, things have changed. We're not there yet, but things have changed quite a bit. Right. And so a lot of times people not knowing what, the other flavor, what the religion and so forth is, has no idea of what certain people went through. Mm-hmm. And so that was the thing, to educate and let's have fun, and all kind of items in there that it doesn't matter, again, like what flavor you are. When you look at Old Dipper or you look at Old Radio or whatever, oh, my dad or my granddad used to have this. And that generates another conversation, So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
I love that.
It works.
So what kind of fundraisers are you looking to do in the future?
Well, one of the main ones I almost had set up was I thought somebody was going to get drafted.
Okay.
And with that person being drafted,
I think I know who you're speaking of.
I'd already talked to the high school and got things situated, the insurance, a whole bit. And I was going to have a pretty good fundraiser, maybe making $20,000, $25,000.
Right.
But it didn't happen so far. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, a sports figure or country music singer or movie star or whoever to have a drawing here and come through and earn us something, every year.
Yeah.
That way we'd have something going on concrete every year.
Yeah.
Because, when you have a business, you have to understand what's coming in and you have to understand what's going out.
Yeah.
So if there's more going out that's coming in, how long are you going to last?
Right. Now, I do know that some working in the radio and working in, all the stuff we've done, if you send emails like to the Titans and the Predators and all them, sometimes you can schedule like a guest speaker that way. I'm just throwing that out there, and they'll come on their own time.
Good. Okay.
I've seen that before.
Well,
I
know
the past.
I have sent out, for fundraisers for American Legion. I've sent out emails and stuff for contributions, different things, shirts, footballs, and stuff like that. But I didn't get any the correct response because everybody else is doing it,
Right.
But what you're saying is it's something different, Have talked to one of the hockey players or football players or whatever. And if one of them are interested or a couple of them are interested to come down and say, hey, look, I'm going to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so neat.
I'm telling you, it's a neat thing because I know Boyd Christian's had like some people come on the show.
Yeah.
I might get you in touch with do you remember Jonathan Hutton? He graduated during Reese's time.
Okay.
He works with News Channel 2.
Okay.
He works with all the news channels in Nashville, how I understood.
Good.
And he might know. I'll give you some names.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay.
But one of the events, what's going back to Juneteenth, you said like we just had the McMinnville one here just recently, but you guys are going to be going to one or tomorrow?
Yes, in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Trying to get the name right. It's either Bradley or Brady Museum in Murfreesboro, and they're going to have over 75 slots and food trucks and so forth, all kind of games and so forth. And so that's going to be kind of neat to get the exposure out there.
Yeah.
Another thing kind of on the list right now is like tonight over at Security Federal. And I was so glad that Jennifer at Main Street Live gave me a call and said they're going to be, for nonprofits, you can sell water over there to make money.
Yes,
that's so we're going to be over there tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the people that don't know, I play with two bands. We
yes, he does. I was about to ask you.
We played the Juneteenth assisted living here. And the other band, we're going to be playing at Security Federal at Battlers Band, and we only get 20 minutes. But
so you did? Oh, that's great! I'm so glad y'all got in.
So we'll get to do that next Friday.
Yeah.
And like I said, the weather's going to be in the 90s, but hey, I'm gonna sweat it out.
Hey, it's gonna be in the 90s, but you'll make it work. I'll bring you some fans.
All right,
those little portable ones.
Right.
That you're the drums, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put it like it looks like octopus hands.
Okay.
And you can put it strap it around it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it for my little baby.
Okay.
Yeah, it works really good on strollers, but I think it would.
20 minutes, I think I may be.
I think you may handle that, right? But no, guys, what he's talking about is Main Street Live tonight. They're going to have a band called Legacy. It's a classic rock band. Come on out. Everything, vendors and stuff open up around 6:30. And then so get your food, get your bottles of water, bring your quilt, bring your chairs. It is a free concert to the community. And then at 7:00, I do believe it all kicks off and starts. Mm-hmm. And so enjoy it. They even have a little intermission where they give some prizes away, things like that. And also they go around with a bucket and ask for donations as well, because if you want to keep events like this for free, you got to donate. It's just how it is. You know, if you want to keep seeing, Juneteenth grow here in this community, you need to come and be present and donate. Mm-hmm. Help it grow. So again, if there's any questions or if they have any, if they want to ask y'all anything, can they reach y'all on social media? How does that work for you guys?
Yeah. We have our website, which is you can go online for our website for Warren County. Basically, the title is, if you want to check us out, it's Black History Museum of Warren County, Tennessee. Because I put Warren County, Tennessee on there because there is a Warren County, Oregon.
Oh my gosh!
You go to the other one.
Don't go to the Oregon one. But funny side note,
too.
That's why they're called McMinnville, because people from here moved out there and they called it McMinnville.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little history on that one. That's my culture, I know.
All right. And we're on Facebook too, and like I said, we already have a website, and I can always be reached at area code 931-212-6609. And we can set up any kind of tour, walkthrough tour, or you come and walk and talk, because sometimes when we get in tours, it lasts a little longer than an hour.
Right.
And
it does.
We have 2 floors, and we're ready to share any kind of information we can, as far as history is concerned.
Yeah.
And people come in and they tell us things that we weren't even familiar with, so it's kind of neat.
I love it. Well, guys, again, if you ever want to know the history, you don't just have to ask, I always call him Mr. Wolford, but you can always ask Wayne Wolford and anybody with the Black History Museum group. I know y'all just this summer, y'all have nominated a new president. Is that correct?
Yeah, Steve Nallon.
Yeah, good guy. I love him and his grandbaby. I helped coach them in basketball. I had the best little time with both of them. But again, it's always a pleasure having Wayne and you guys on anytime. I always say this, you guys have an event on, please let me know.
Okay.
So, because like I say, half the time I can't talk. So I need more people. I need more people on the show to help me talk.
Yeah, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we started in 2019, I had a lot of support, for us doctors, lawyers, educators, retired military, bankers and stuff like that. And I had a good group surrounding me. But when you start getting in your 90s, in your late 80s, it's time to relax. And so
100%.
we've had a lot of people to relax just because of, they've done so much in the community and everything, and it's that time.
Yeah.
So right now I am looking for board members.
Okay.
And just come to me, give me a call, whatever. Let me talk to you, give you an idea of what it's about and what we have to do. And this is a working board. This is a board where once you get on, you have a certain gender, or you have a certain
role to play. I got what you're saying, yeah.
And so
everybody's like delegated their role in the group.
And so this, you got a job.
Yeah.
And I'm family oriented. My board is a family type deal. When we go in, we discuss things. And when somebody has an idea, we don't take that idea and just push it to the side. No, that won't work, whatever.
Yeah.
No, we sit, we analyze it, we talk about it till everybody feels comfortable with the thing. Because the worst thing in the world is you have an idea and you think, wow, it's great. Yeah. And then people just shoot it down.
Oh, 100%.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's why I let my son do anything he asks half the time. As long as it's feasible, he can't say, Mom, this can cost $1 million.
Right.
Like I want to do it. But like right now he's into bikes and he wants to, we have like some old bikes with his, right?
Okay.
And he wants to break them down and like build his own.
Oh.
And I'm like, because he's watching these YouTube videos, right? So I got him the toolkits and the stuff for him to break his bikes down.
Good.
I don't know if that's going to like turn into anything, but I always know I don't want to kill a kid's spirit. Like I feel like as you get older, that's like the last thing is like your kid spirit that you have because you get so excited with something new.
Yeah.
And when somebody tells you, it reminds me of my mom and dad saying, we can't do that. Not saying it's a bad thing, but like not today, Kelly.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it.
We got to go with our dreams.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, with that said, I'm going to let Mr. Wolford go and get back to his things. And I thank you so much for all the things that you do for our community, bringing all the flavor, as you call it. But again, if you guys are seriously want to be a part and you got it on your heart about whether helping out with a fundraiser or a cultural center, I'm here every day. People are saying they started a 5K race for this nonprofit or, a food drive for this, or, I guarantee you, if you call anybody with the Black History Museum, or call, any of y'all's members, that I bet they'd be like, hey, we want to do this in honor of you guys and raise money. I bet you won't say no.
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 You're right. I won't say no.
And if you do say no, I'm going to be like, now.
That's because we hit the lottery or something.
Right.
And you might need your money then.
Exactly. But with that said, if it's on your heart today, please give them a call. Look them up on Facebook and social media and just let them know that you want to be a part of this great organization that is in this community. We will be right back, and when we come back on the show, my good friend, my brother from another mother, as I say, is going to come on with me, Duke Rice, and help me talk because, like I say, but remember, Warren County, keep it versed.
Located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
It's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
An auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I had to chat a little bit with my old substitute teacher there. Love you, Mr. Wolford. Let me scoot. Since I don't have my camera people here today. I am Kelly Walker Slaughter, host of Warren First 931. alongside with my good friend and co-host again today.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, I just want to follow up on what you were saying about, Kelly Walker within reason, not crushing his spirit and all that stuff. Parents that are watching this morning, you tell your kid constantly no all the time, he's going to grow up to look just like this.
Oh, stop.
Okay? So don't crush his spirit. This is a crushed spirit person you're looking at whose mom told him no all the time.
And look how good you've done.
Yeah, look at how well I've done.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
Oh, man.
With that said, I want to remind everybody that currently in downtown Big Benville, it is 75 degrees, and I am tired. I'm 75 degrees and tired right now. But today's high, it's 85. Tonight's low is 67. Don't forget, we are live at Reese's FYI Fridays here, live at Supreme Building Products. And again, thanks for them letting us pop in. And, again, I want to reiterate, if you listen to any of the message that Mr. Wolford said and you want to be a part of, the Black History Museum board or start a donation thing for them, they're just one of many that need money. They're not the only one that did get cuts this year with the city and county. It's just how, everybody's getting cut federally and locally. And that's just how it is. So again, if there's anything that you find in your heart that you want to help out any one of these organizations, it's your right to do so. This is the only way, and Duke can also agree with me on this. This is the only way communities can grow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest thing is donations and volunteering, and I caught the end there where he was saying he needed board members, and a few years ago I was trying to raise funds and get stuff for Fellowship of Christian Athletes there in Warren County, and it was a tough go. It's tough go because anytime you're asking folks for money, and some people gave. Don't get me wrong. Some people donated, and some people just didn't have the money, and that happens. But the biggest thing is volunteering as well. Is being a board member and having to meet every month to decide on whether we're going to have a charity golf tournament or a charity whatever, a car show, whatever, to help also raise funds for whatever nonprofit is putting that together. And so that takes a board together to kind of flesh that out and make it happen as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I do apologize, everybody. Last night, just to talk about what happened with me yesterday, which I want to say I had such a blast. First and foremost, I had the best day with my bestie bro. We were on the show together at Juicy's, and then we got to hang out with Paige Chastain afterwards, which was amazing.
Yep.
And then after that, me and Duke got to go to the ribbon cutting with the EAA group. Now, they are, I feel like, a hidden gem here in the Warren County community. We have a lot of, let me say this, I say that a lot. We have a lot of hidden gems in the community that people are not aware of, and the airport is one of them. This chapter 1700 that we have here has so many amazing things going on, and I was so grateful that Duke got to be able to go with me to this, because not only do they have a Young Eagles program that starts at young as 8 years old, they're also getting involved with the, the school systems with the middle school and high school. What else were they saying yesterday? I was trying to remember everything. They had so much.
Yeah, they had so much, and it was hard to pay attention because I was wolfing down one of those great peanut butter cookies they had down there, and so I was very distracted while they were talking. But yeah, man, that peanut butter cookie was delicious.
It was. They had great refreshments. They had a lot. There was our state representative, Paul Sherrill, was also there talking with us and stuff. But with these programs, the end game here, what they want to do is the building that we were at, which is literally right across from the airport. And thanks again to, I believe his name was Danny Cummings. He donated that building to the EAA group, and they want to use that facility for after school and like summer, like, just to entice the middle school and high schoolers to get to learn about aviation, get to learn, the ins and outs about drones. That when we say aviation, that includes drones because that's a new thing.
Yep.
And I just think it's really neat. All the endless opportunities our youth here in Warren County has at its fingertips, and so I think we should 100% as well back up this the EAA group, the Chapter 1700. They do so much, and I want to say, interviewing Jim Dyer and everybody, it's really neat to see how many people are already involved, and I wasn't aware of it. And if you sign up your child, there's a website, and I wanted to go. I think Reese took my newspaper. So,
well, while you're looking for that, Kelly, I just want a couple of things about that. Was they talked about how that the curriculum for the 8th grade would be more of on a 9th grade level, and they would get high school credits for that while they were in middle school. That would carry over into that as well. Plus, when I was in Dothan for a couple of years, they had something similar down there. So it was really cool to be able to see Warren County, McMinnville, get something similar because tomorrow is kind of like what they did down in Dothan, where they had what they called a flight day, to where you could bring out your remote control airplanes or drones or whatever. And they had a fun time doing that. And it was a huge, huge thing down there. And so it's good to see that McMinnville is now getting something similar.
Yeah. So what he's talking about tomorrow, it's called Aviation Day. It's with the Chapter 1700 fly/drive-in breakfast. And so with that said, between 7:30 and 10 a.m. is the breakfast time. And if you have not came out there and had, I'm telling you, the pancakes, the eggs, the bacon, the sausage, the biscuit and gravy. And of course, oh yes, it's so much. And of course they got drinks, OJ and coffee and stuff. But if you haven't tried, I don't know if they went and got the blueberries yet, but they made these amazing blueberry pancakes, which the blueberries came from Randall Walker Farms. Shout out. Whoa. And blueberries are coming soon. While I'm thinking about it, blueberries are coming soon. And but anywho, that's not the only thing they're doing that day. And then from after that, from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is their Young Eagles program. Now, once you sign up your child with this, they will get to go in a plane and learn the ins and outs of an airplane. And then if time is on their side and the weather is on our side, they're going to get to go up in the airplane and fly it. Now, not by themselves, of course. Not by themselves. They'll have an instructor with them. But I think this is a great opportunity if your child is into anything on wheels. And this is not just for boys. This is for girls too. A couple of weeks ago, I saw on social media somebody graduated at the MTSU aviation program. I can't remember who that young lady was off the top of my head, but she will be. I'm going to put her in next week's paper. But I'm telling you, there's so many endless opportunities. Also, speaking of anything on four wheels, if you have cars, bikes, at this point, I'm going to say tractors, lawnmowers, whatever, and you want to show them off, that is going to be all day, an all-day event, an all-day cruise in until 5 o'clock. So if you are a pilot, an EAA member or not, if you're with any type of aviation program, if you got a car, a motorcycle, buffs, and of course, you, the public, is go out there and check it out. It's amazing. I don't know if the plane is there still. When I did an interview last week with Jim Dyer and I can't remember the Englishman's name, but there is an airplane in there that they have been working on that is getting ready to go to, it's either Finland or Poland. Because my son last night was talking about Finland, so I'm stuck on Finland in my head. But this aircraft is known as a, I don't want to call it a bomber, a warcraft, a warplane. Back in the wars that we've had, and it's still in mint condition.
Wow!
And so there's these two guys that have lived here in the Warren County community. They're English, and they came from Great Britain, and they specifically work on warplanes. And I just think it's neat. I got to see the process of how they were working on it, and they showed me how to get in it. Now, did I get in it? No way. I'm not getting in it. Because the way that they used to get in it, and Duke can correct me if he knows otherwise, but at the nose of the plane, you don't see it, but there's words on it that says step. And keep in mind, this airplane is taller than me. Like, the nose is not even touching my hand. And you got to put a hand and a step. And you had to, like, lift yourself in to get into the front. And I'm like, good Lord, not today. And then they showed us the way that they get in it now because they use it as storage. But that's where the bombs used to be stored. So me and Walker went under, and you could see where they would. Again, showing yourself, showing your kids, and this goes back to what Mr. Wolford said, showing the culture of something, the history of something, seeing it makes a world of difference when it comes to knowing your history and knowing your culture. And thank you, Retha. Her name was Emily Blankenship, that graduated with the aviation. But again, this is a big event for them. We talk about fundraisers. I know there's tons of fundraisers going on between now and the end of this month, but try to do your best to do your due diligence and go to these things. And if you can't go to these things, there's addresses on here you can mail a check to and write their name down, And I bet that's Renee, the Civic Center's calling me. I've been trying to get their information. But with that said, there is a QR code. If you get this week's newspaper right here, there's a QR code. Yep, right here. There's a QR code right there. And if you scan that QR code, it's going to give donations. But they were talking about yesterday that this program that is going to take essentially, I think they said 2 to 3 years to get it really off its feet. I think he said it was going to cost anything from, I'm just going to do a rough part figure because I got it in my notes though. I think he said 500 to like almost a couple of $1 million is what he was saying. Because you got to think about it, that with aviation, planes are very expensive. But you also got to think about these kids that that graduate from high school going into college. They can make anything from $50,000 to $80,000 a year in aviation.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's wild. But don't forget, tonight is Main Street Live. Legacy is the band. It is classic rock. There is no, knock on wood, there is no rain in the forecast. So it is finally happening. This is round 3 of Main Street Live. So make sure you come out. It's tonight starting at, and I want to make sure, vendors open up at 6 p.m. and then the bands play at 7 p.m. And just remember that this is an alcohol, smoke, and vape-free venue. So just remember that. And then next week, Mr. Wolford kind of talked about it, which I'm so psyched, that Assisted Living. Duke, you got to see them. They're amazing. Their band's called Assisted Living because they're a bunch of old guys. But anyways, Battle of the Bands is next Friday. And I'll tell you, I love all the bands that they have this year. But last year was the first year that they did a Battle of the Bands. And it was phenomenal. Seeing all the locally talented bands that made it through, it just shows you all the things that Warren County has to offer. And then, of course, on July the 4th, which will be the following, it's 2 weeks from today, Joe Harvey Band and the Ninth Sun will be playing at 6 p.m. at the Milner Rec Center. Now, this is something that it's not going to be at Security Federal on July 4th. They're combining their forces and having a fireworks show. It's going to be like an all-day event, and we are going to give you all those details coming up on Monday's show and also in Monday's newspaper. I reassure you, If you want to know what's happening on in Midway, Morrison, Viola, Dibbrell, Centertown, and McMinnville, that's the ones I've got so far. And that's why the McMinnville, they were calling me to give me the rest of the details. But it is going to be a lot. Everybody's been asking me, Kelly, what's going on for 4th of July? Everything is really starting today. I wanted to give a shout out to my Harrison Ferry folks because they are doing, and I was trying to, today is going to be a slow day for me. But it is what it is. Let me pull this up right quick. If I can find it, and watch me not be able to find it, it is what it is, right? Oh, I bet it's in my last one. This is what happens, Duke, when you have swim team in the middle of the night,
Well, anytime we're together, it's very loose. And, we didn't even get to wrap the show up yesterday because the internet went out. So,
you know what? I totally forgot. Yeah.
Par for the course. It's like, just like old times, power goes out, transmitters off, whatever,
Yeah, it is what it is.
Roll with it. Roll with the flow.
We always roll with it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find. Oh, that's an old one. No
it's
wonder.
It's like, listen, we're tired of hearing you guys yap, so we're just going to shut it off for you.
Just shut it down. She is now a pilot with Endeavor, which is a subsidiary, did I say that right, of Delta? That's interesting.
Subsidiary.
Thank
but
you.
You were close. You were close.
I was so close. Okay, I found it. So here's I try. I'm all about growing my vocabulary here. So if anybody wants to give me a new word, last night somebody Walker was like, I can say anything you throw at me, right? And this lady goes, can you say it's the Mary Poppins word, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? And Walker goes, I can't do that one. So at least he was honest, right? At least he was honest.
Right.
So with that said, Harrison Ferry Fireworks is doing starting tonight. And of course I'm going to be blind as a bat and I didn't bring my readers like I did yesterday. I was so good about it. So tonight, no, I'm not going to be able to read it. I'm not going to be able to read it. It's in my thing. It is what it is. It's again, last night didn't get home till about 10:45, but I know where it is on my computer now that I've looked it up and I can zoom in. Good times, right?
That's right.
Let's see. Where'd it go? Did I just pass it? Of course I did. And I need to slow down. My brain mentally wants to go fast. Like Ricky Bobby, go fast. Okay, right. So tonight from 4 to 10 p.m., you can go to 180 Tin House Road. It's Harrison Ferry Fireworks. They're going to be, it's from July 20th to July 5th. Come on out and support the Harrison Ferry Viola Fire Department. All proceeds are going to support to purchase a newly purchased fire truck. You can do payments for cash, card, Venmo, and PayPal. But tonight, it's going to be 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on June 21st and June 22nd, 12 to 10 p.m., June 26th and 27th, 4 to 10 p.m., June 28th and 29th, 12 to 10 p.m., and June 30th through July 4th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you want to get some fireworks early and help support the Harrison Ferry Viola Fire Department, go today from 4 to 10 p.m. at 180 Tin House Road in excuse me. Woof.
Oh, you're right.
I had a that tea's got me like, whoa, okay. I've already got heartburn, but I had to have it. I'm semi-allergic. I found out the other day to chlorine. So,
oh wow.
By the way, swim team coach here. Now, when it's airborne, like it gets in my lungs, it's hard to. It's just.
Oh, when Lucas was little, he had an allergic reaction to poison ivy. He wasn't in it. It was just like it got in the wind and he broke out.
I remember it was airborne. Like it just whatever for some reason.
And he was sensitive to that, and so the chlorine. I mean, that
That's
happens.
crazy. I forgot about that. That's right. I wanted to give a shout out, congratulations to Aaron Templeton. They posted this with our Warren County High School. I got to give some love to our students here at Warren County High School. But Aaron Templeton, on his signing to play college basketball, it says your dedication and hard work truly paid off. Wishing you all the best and your talents on the next level at Tusculum. Did I say that right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He signed with them. So congratulations to Aaron Templeton. And if you don't know who that is John Templeton's son. So he's one of the preachers out here in the Warren County community. Also, I don't know if you saw this, Duke, or not. It was breaking news last night around 11:18 p.m. That SpaceX ship. Have you heard about
blew
this?
up. Yep. Blew
So
up.
what was it? What exactly happened? Were they going to shoot it off?
This whole SpaceX thing is where they're the end game is to be able to create a spacecraft that will have people in it to send to Mars. Okay, that's the end game of what SpaceX is trying to do.
Okay.
So they're doing all these test runs, and the last few times they've been able to launch, but then when the thing re-enters the atmosphere, it burns up. And so, from my understanding, what happened yesterday was they were fueling the spacecraft, and it ignited as they're fueling it up, it ignited and blew the whole freaking thing up. Nobody was injured. I don't think anybody was injured because there's nobody in the spacecraft yet. That's what they're trying to do, is trying to make it to where they can put people in the spacecraft. So they're doing all these tests to make sure nobody ends up dying. Because, in the history of NASA and everything, with the Columbia tragedy and some of these other tragedies that happened where the space shuttle was coming back in and something happened to one of the tiles while they're out in space and it burned up the whole spaceship. They're trying to prevent all that. So they're doing all these tests. And so what happened with the SpaceX spaceship yesterday was that they were fueling it up, getting ready for the launch, and then it ignited and blew up the whole freaking thing, blew up the spacecraft and blew up some of the launching pad as well. So
they got to start over, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
so they got to start over. Yeah. And so, Elon Musk, who's in charge of all this, I think he shot out on Twitter, X, whatever it's called today, that it was, just a scratch on the surface of what they're trying to accomplish in the long game. Nobody was injured, nobody was hurt. So, these things happen. You got to go back to square one and do it all over again. So we'll see what happens.
And if you want to see the video of that we're talking about, we did share it to our social media. So make sure you check that out on Facebook and on Twitter and all that stuff. You can't miss it. You just type in SpaceX and it's literally right there. But I'm just glad that, because I was just trying to see if they say anything, but it doesn't look like anybody, like you said, got injured. There's no reports of anybody gotten hurt. So, but to see that explosion, it just reminds you of those, it reminds me of seeing like those nuclear bombs that go off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Essentially, with the smoke and stuff.
Huge.
Yeah. And so I'm just glad that no one got hurt. But at the same time, I know people are like, look at all that money that was wasted. But we can never, I want to say this because I always feel like, people need to understand something. We can't move forward in something on learning these new techniques or these new things without spending a little of something, because nothing's free.
Yeah.
And
I say this in jest, but Elon Musk is kind of behind all that, the SpaceX stuff. So if you want to help support him, buy a Tesla. That would be
exactly. Yeah, I heard on the radio yesterday that they say that what is the most American-made vehicle if you are looking for everything American, and they're saying it's Tesla. Tesla's the most American-made vehicle. And I was just like, and listen, I have been in a Tesla. Just a little segue here on this, little side note. They did a EV day at Montlow right after school got out in May. And it was a phenomenal turnout. They had Tesla representatives. All these electrical vehicles were there. and I got into the Tesla truck. And this guy was telling me all these amazing things and saying how it's going to drive us from Montlow to Kroger's. And I was like, okay, let's go, and I'm in the car and he's telling me these things. And I just told him, because me and Duke, we have a running joke, but it's actually, there's a lot of truth to this. For some reason, when people say, oh, this works for everybody or this, it never goes wrong.
Right.
It does go wrong for me and it does go wrong for Duke. Now, not all the time. Let me say that. It doesn't happen all the time. But I get in this car and all of a sudden the car's not taking over. And I was like, do I need to put my foot on the brake? He goes, yeah. So I did. And I had to straighten it up. And he was like, well, maybe it's because when we pulled back in, it didn't reset itself.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah. So then I fixed it and it did successfully drive us from the Montlow stop sign to the Kroger's parking lot. Now, here's the fun stitch. We get there at Kroger's and he's like, this is going to be the coolest thing. It's going to park itself. I said, okay. So we get there. Now, it did park itself. But I guess it knew that I needed a little more room because of my big head, I guess. It double parked.
Nice.
Of course, it double parked for me. But I kid you not that once he got in the seat, because I wanted to do a video and a Q&A with him, Once he got in the car and he did his thing, car worked absolutely fine. Nothing messed up. It was, and he looked at me. He's like, do you have some voodoo on you or something? Because because this was an all day event and I was like in the middle of it. And he's like, I've already done this like 100 times. I go, yeah, don't touch me. You're not going to win the lottery with this, That's
right.
So, but I'm not against electric vehicles. Let me say that. It's just, I always find it funny when I get into things like that. I think there's benefits to electric vehicle. Let me say that. I mean, it's going to be a lot cheaper as far as longevity goes. And I do know that they're making electric vehicles that are half and half, what hybrids, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
But if you ever, want to get into any electric vehicle type like programs, Montlow and TCAT right now are the best two programs here in Warren County to be involved in, and the robotics. I don't want to forget the robotics program too that we have, because the robotics programs teamed up with Nissan. They started a mechatronics program at Montlow, and then they also have an amazing automotive department at TCAT. And again, guys, people from all over the world come and get trained at our robotics program. It's Larry Flatt and all of them have done a phenomenal job making that continue to grow like it is. And I can't wait to see what TCAT is going to look like in the next few years because of all the remodeling that they're doing as well.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait to show you too, Duke. We went to that ribbon ceremony cutoff, and it was just phenomenal. Going on last night, Caring Hearts United. Shout out to my girls that they always bring a lot of big smiles to hospice patients. They elected their new officers last night, so look out. Shout out to Debbie Parker, the secretary, Loretta Mills Turner. She is now the chairman of, which is like the president for Caring Hearts United. Kathy Roberts is going to be the vice chair, and Malia Jaco is going to be the treasurer. So congratulations, ladies.
Yay.
I love it. And of course, their pictures and everything is on our social media as well. Tops Frozen Yogurt, I got to give shout out to them because without them, Duke, this podcast probably would not be where it's at today. Between them and Cumberland Biscuit, they were my go-to spot, and they still are my go-to spot for sure every Mondays and Tuesdays. But don't forget, you can order today your way. They have several ways you can order food and get it delivered to you. You can use the app on any one of the following: DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub now. So you have 3 ways, and I didn't even know we had Uber Eats and Grubhub here. So
Yeah, right.
new in Warren County. Can you believe that, Duke?
I know. Wow, more
DoorDash I knew about, but the other two I did not. There is a big car wash. We did talk about this yesterday. Legacy All-Star Cheer. They're going to be at Advanced Auto Parts tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for donations. Another car wash that will be going on. Don't forget the First United Methodist is having their car wash from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a $10 donation car wash. Or if you want to get it ahead of time, you can get the $10 ticket. But the day of the car wash, it's a $15 donation they're asking for. And this is supporting the individual goals of our homeless neighbors. And another big event that's going on before I take a quick break, I wanted to give a shout out because it's been going on. Oop, nope, I need to remove you.
Oh, easy.
I need to remove that. Where'd it go? Where'd my buddy go? There it is.
Uh-oh.
So this is the second annual Raising the Woof at the Chamber of Commerce. We talked about this yesterday. This is where you can meet animals, you can give back to it, adopt, and make a difference. Once I get done here, I'm going to go there to make a donation, essentially is what I'm going to do today, and spend some time with the dogs. I love animals, so anytime I can just chill and hang out with the doggy dogs, I do. But it started at 9 a.m. this morning, and it goes on till 3 p.m. today. So make sure you go out and check out the McMinnville Chamber of Commerce located at 110 South Court Square. It's going to be happening all day today, and it's pretty weather. And I want to reiterate this every time I talk about our animals here in Warren County. If you are thinking about getting an animal, please think about the animal shelters first and go check them out. I am not against anybody going to get a puppy. Let me tell you, I get it. It's like that new baby. But let me tell you, if you want to have the most loyal, loving, caring, doesn't want to make a mistake because they want to stay, it's really hard to explain it, how they are emotionally can get attached to a good home. Go to stuff like Raising the Woof today at the Chamber. Call Keith and them with the animal shelters and go and, see these animals first before you venture out to the other ones. That's all I ever ask, because it's just so sad to see these caring, loving dogs not happy. Because Duke, and we talked about it yesterday, they really are the most, they're the biggest babies you're ever going to have in your life. And they are going to live so much longer because they realize they're in a safe space and they're in a loving space. It's the best way I can say it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is we've talked about this all week, really. And adopting an animal is the best thing you can do. Also, spaying and neutering your animals, also something you
Number
do
one.
As well. And I feel like I'm Drew Carey and Bob Barker talking about make sure you control the pet population, have your pet spayed and neutered, the way they close the show on The Price is Right every day.
Right.
But anyway, all that said, those animals were abandoned, left on the side of the street somewhere or in some woods, whatever the case is. And, it'd be great just to see a lot of adoptions tomorrow or today. And through the weekend as well, it doesn't just stop today, for adopting a pet.
Right.
But whenever the animal shelter is open, and I've said this before, our daughter's cat, when we lived down there in McMinnville, she wanted to get another cat. So we encouraged her to go to the Humane Society and adopt one. And she did.
Yeah.
And he is fantastic. His name's Scout, but we call him Scooter, and we also call him Catzilla because he's so big. So he's eating well, and I don't know that he catches a whole lot of vermin outside. He likes to go outside, but I think he's got the Garfield mentality of like.
I was going to ask you, is his other name Garfield?
Yeah, where it's like, you know what? I really could go over there and chase that field mouse. I just don't. I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah, not feeling it
I'm just
today.
gonna lay here. Yeah, so I'm just lay here on the porch and lay here on my side and just watch him run around.
You know, speaking of your cat, yesterday when I got home from everything, because I had to unwind, I went on I call it the reels, and one of my friends that has a cat, it was in a window, and it was looking, and it kind of reminded me of Batman, and sure enough, she has bought a cat Batman mask, right? And in the video, the cat will look at her, and then it's not it's the Lego Batman voice guy, and I can't think of his name. And he says his line as the cat looks over.
That's funny.
You know, like, I'm Batman. You know, but I was like, oh, that's the best. I wanted to send it to you last night, but then I was like, no, I don't want to wake him up. It's like 11 o'clock, but it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen, because if you own animals, there are times they look at you straight faced like, what now? You want to leave me? I'm about to chew the crap out of this. No, you haven't fed me today. Or like, if you say their name or wake them up, they're like a kid. They're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, it's just the weirdest thing. But I love
right
my
now.
animals.
Yeah, Max, our Winnie dog, the last one that we got, he's currently napping right now. You know, Fridays are hard. Fridays are hard on Max, and so every day's hard on Max. And he just he walks a little bit and then he flops over because he gets tired instantly. But you know, that's just life of an animal, I guess. So.
You coming back? Reese is coming back.
Oh, hey, jump on in here, Reese.
I do.
Let me just quickly say something about Supreme Building Products. Is that when it comes to the Moore family, they've been part of the Warren County McMinnville community for a very long time, and they're going to treat you right. They're going to shoot you straight. Between Reese and David and everybody there, I mean, if you need help with a project, they're going to point you in the right direction, and they're going to make sure it gets done right. You can trust these guys; they'll shoot it to you straight. And I just love the Moore family. Of course, we all went to church at one point together before we left, and went to White County. But again, I can't say enough about the Moore family and Supreme Building Products for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for those words, Doug. I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot to us.
See, family, everybody's connected. I want to also mention, don't forget, after raising the roof, woof. I gotta say that right, woof. It's hard for me to say it with my throat today. But don't forget, McMinnville Special Games has still got their food drive is going on right now. So any perishable items, please check that out. Also, there is a free yoga fest going on tomorrow up on the mountain with the Isha community. Make sure you check that out. And then some events that are going on next week that I am aware of right now. If you are looking for a job as far as like a school bus driver job, they are doing a job fair day on Wednesday on June the 25th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the middle school. It's a 126 Middle School Drive, which I do believe that's the bus shed address over there because I'm pretty sure on that one.
Yeah.
And then also next week here in McMinnville, Church of God is hosting at the detention center a night of singing. And that's going to be a week from today, 7 to 9:30 p.m. So you want to get some of your Jesus on, this is a nice time to do that.
And the tent revival from Freedom Life starts in July. I can't remember
It's right after the fireworks.
I want to say maybe the 7th.
I think
starts the 7th. I'll have those dates for you next Sunday, or excuse me, next Friday. Yeah. But the tent revival and the big lots. Is it the big lots?
It's at the big lots. So right now, Nathan Smith and them are setting up their fireworks. And then right after that, Nathan donates that time for the revival and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Freedom Life. I don't know if they've.
And then is it two churches?
They have a different speaker every evening.
It's really nice, and it's outside, and it's going to be beautiful weather between now and then. So I say take advantage of it.
They have music and sermon.
Before we go, I got to do a quick break, so I need to do a quick live read, but do not leave, Reese. You stay with me. Right now, I do want to do a shout out to Walker's Minor Roadside. Give them a call at 423-615-1937. And they'll be like, Kelly, you're not looking at the screen. It's an easy number to remember, guys, if you think about it. It's got the 423 area code. That's Chattanooga. 615 is Nashville. And 1937 is when the Golden Gate Bridge was made.
Oh, fun fact for the day.
Fun fact for the day on this fun Friday.
Good
Thank
for you.
Hooked on phonics worked for me. But yeah, that's how I remember the number. No matter if you got your car's broke down because you locked your keys in the car, flat tire, you ran out of gas, give Tim Walker them a call at that number. And don't forget to use the word code Kelly, Kelly, to get $5 off. And they do have veteran and military discounts as well on top of that. So don't forget and make sure you check them out. But we are going to take one more quick break from a word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to have our last hoorah here at Supreme. So remember, Warren County, keep it first.
This region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Hear me? All right. Now we're back to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside our gracious host here, Reese Moore, and then my brother from another mother representing your nation, Duke Rice.
Peace, everybody.
Yes. So I want to, as we're getting, this is the end. We're at the end now. yesterday at Juicy's, the internet, I want everybody to know I was starting to talk about what happened at the ISHA meeting on Wednesday. It was held in the Magnolia Room at 1:30. Now at 8:45, me and Vanessa, because we have been really on it about, just getting as far as the taxes go in this community of what ISHA's doing. And we were said that the media was allowed to go. So I rearranged my whole afternoon and to make sure that one of us would be able to go. And I was talking to Duke about it, getting into it, trying to get my questions, because we were told we would be able to ask questions. And so you as the community, I feel like you should know that I think Warren County was very well representative. They asked for the local leaders and government officials to show up at this event, and they wanted only women. Now, I don't know if that was a thing, but there was 5 to 6 ISHA women there, and they each said their name and who they're, where they came from, what their degrees are, things like that, to let us know who they are. And most of them were all moms. And so with that said, I know that you as a community wanted to know certain things. So we wrote down the questions that we've asked in the past, and we used this opportunity to ask them to their faces. Now, they could not ask, or they couldn't answer all of them in this time frame, because let me explain something. It started at 1:30. There was about 5 or 6 of them, and then there were 20 to 28 of local officials. That wasn't going to get done in 30 minutes. Let's just be honest.
Oh, that's all it was time, was a 30-minute meeting.
They said it would take about 30 minutes. I had to leave because at 2 o'clock, we had swim team practice, and Walker needed to get his practice in before his meet. But anyways, so I wanted to go over some of the questions that I did go over with them for you guys. Okay. So one of the first question I asked is, are the buildings used for inner engineering? It's really hard to say that. Taxed as the same rate as private businesses? Also, are they taxed? Are taxes paid each time ownership of a condo changes? Because again, all tax related questions. Then I also brought up because they wanted to ask about concerns, questions and or concerns. And I said, well, this all started when the Southern Standard put out the article. We all saw it, where they addressed that they were going to make a big event center, the 18-hole golf course. And the big thing that really got people's ears and eyes going, to me and to the, everybody that asked, the 20 to 25,000 new residencies that they were going to create for the Warren County community. That is what kind of raised some eyebrows. And I said, and then I added, because a lot of people ask this too, if you are all about saving the soil and conservation, how is building an 18-hole golf course saving the soil? Because you're cutting trees down. I mean, I'm a nurseryman's daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and we are known as the nursery capital of the world here in our community. Right. And so that raised a lot of flare-ups with those folks. And then the other thing I asked them about was, let's talk about the infrastructure, because they are doing new buildings. When it comes to your utilities in the Warren County community, realistically, we cannot help you with your utilities because of the high demand that they are asking for, which they are asking for the Warren County community to facilitate 2.2 gallons of water a day for that community. We here in Warren County.
Now say that again. Now, how much?
They need 2.2 million gallons.
2.2 million
gallons of water a day.
Million.
Warren County. All of Warren County uses 2 million gallons of water a day.
Okay, so that would, if my math's correct, that would be 4.2 million gallons of water.
That is correct. That is great math. Good job, Reese. So then my question to them was, because with the high demand, since we cannot do it with the high demand, what is your next step since we cannot? Okay. And then I asked them about their taxes. Because in the most recent journalism, the Main Street Journal put out the, the statement that the ISHA community let out to their volunteers and their workers. And in that statement, it said that they paid $400,000 in property tax. And so that brought up, again, concerns because with that said, I go, can you break down the property tax and how much have you given to the Warren County community when it came to property tax? And here's the big thing, because we've already talked about it on our show, but I wanted to hear it from them. Yeah. I said, and did you get it reduced through the state board of equalization, not the local board, but the state board? Because and I already knew all these answers. Yes, they did go to the state board of equalization to get that cut in half. So they only paid anything from $200,000 to $250,000 in property tax. And I told her that. And she did say that was inaccurate. But again, as a nonprofit, I want to say this, as a nonprofit, if I decided Warren First 931 or if Reese decided Supreme was going to be a nonprofit, all our information is public knowledge. Sure. And so I told her, as a nonprofit, I have seen everything and then some. But do you have proof that you have paid $400,000 in property tax? Do you have proof that you paid your sales tax that you are claiming you did? Do you have proof about your hotel motel tax? And we were going back and forth on that, and I'm going to write an article about this in next week's paper. But one thing that we did go back and forth on when it came to the hotel, motel, and sales tax, she was saying that a lot of the stuff I was saying was inaccurate. And I said, well, if I'm inaccurate, can you show me the proof? Because I cannot find it. But I do know that recently, in the past 3 months, they went up to the Attorney General, and they did get denied their sales tax and hotel motel tax because of their nonprofit, because they were not following their nonprofit mission statement. And so they have to pay back taxes for 3 years on those 3 things. And so again, I had to leave because I had to leave. And so I told all of them that they will be receiving an email from me and Vanessa to respond correctly to all these questions, as well as I told them in that meeting that they are welcome to come on my show anytime they want to create some detailed transparency, to be informative, to be educated, and to be transparent.
And let's just be clear, Kelly. I mean, you're not anti-issue. You're not anti-anything. You and Duke both being reporters, journalists, you're just doing due diligence and you're just doing your job. It's not an attack on that community. It's not an attack on what they're doing, on the people, on what they represent. It's just you doing due diligence. Yeah. TC Bryant Band. And it's just you doing due diligence on, wanting to.
Come on, Tim.
Wanting what the
community's asking. These are just questions that the community wants to know. And that's it. So, again, I will say this. I started off by telling him, you can come by me. I started off saying that I think there is good people on that mountain. I said that I love doing yoga myself for stretching. Me and Duke, we were doing chair yoga at one point.
I asked Kelly at break, do you do yoga?
Yeah.
I do it on Thursdays.
He does it on Thursdays. I do it when I can. And then
what's your favorite pose?
The downward dog, and then the what's it called? The baby position.
Mine is the corpse. You basically lay there on your back. You just lay there dead.
I bet that's Duke's favorite position. Just lay there.
Lay there dead.
Can I do yoga every day?
There you go. No, but I also ended by saying that I want everybody also to know in that meeting, they talked about being more involved in the community and the nonprofits. And I said, before I left, I said, if this is what you're saying is true, then you're going to be more involved and help out. Like they did say they were going to be a part of Main Street. Main Street. I want to think it's Autumn Street Fair because they called it Main Street Fair.
Okay.
Or
the one in the fall?
Yeah. They're going to be, they said that they're going to be one of the main sponsors. And I'm like, I cannot wait to see in years to come how more involved, the Isha community is going to be. Yeah. But again, we just need transparency when it comes to, as business owners ourselves and as nonprofits, we need to pay our taxes.
100%.
It's just how it is. Don't look at me like that, Timmy. Now I got to back up.
So Timmy,
no. Can you? Did you zoom in?
No, I never zoomed in.
Okay,
You
I'm
want me
just
to zoom
backing
it
up.
out?
No, I'm just backing up.
TC
There we
Bryant,
go.
the T of the TC Bryant band.
Kelly Sandwich. That's what I'm calling this today.
I bet Chris is not liking this right now.
No, it's okay. That can be my new I feel like I got bodyguards. Cross your arms, Reese, so it looks cool. There you go. No, but seriously, we've been talking about Main Street Live. Are y'all doing a redo day?
Yeah. Did y'all? Yeah. So y'all.
I haven't talked to Jennifer yet.
I don't think they do that.
They don't.
They don't?
make up. Once it's over, it's over.
Too many slots filled already.
Right.
Oh, I gotcha.
Now,
That
are you at the fair?
We'll be at the fair.
Are you opening up for
not David Lee Murphy, but Diamond Rio?
Diamond Rio, yeah.
I think
Hey,
that's news. I don't know.
I don't know either. Hey, you heard it here first. Oopsies. Oopsies. But what are you doing here today for? Are you working?
I work here every day.
He's here. I don't know if he's working. He's here.
I need some staples.
That's it?
Some Romex staples.
And David.
Yes. And somehow or another, I got sit back here.
So not only did you were going to be doing the fair, but you guys, the TC Bryant Band in general, have other dates coming up as well, right?
We do. We'll be at on July the 4th. We'll be at McKay in Manchester.
Okay, yeah, they always do a big. Yeah, his Manchester office. Brent does a big deal in Manchester office.
And on the 5th, we'll be on the Caney Fork River.
Okay. Is that going to be a firework kind of thing on the 5th?
Don't know.
You have to do that, Kelly. You have to go there.
Oh, well, I'm trying to get all the dates.
Shoot them on the river? Do they still shoot fireworks somewhere?
Yeah.
This will be at
Flago and them, and Hurricane used to do
this
that.
will be at Trent Grinder Walker, the Walker Sod Farm.
Okay.
We'll be there. So if you need an address, ask Kelly. I'll give it to her.
Okay. Please do. I'm doing my 4th of July paper next week, so you need to give it to me ASAP.
And that's about all I know of right now. We're at Mud Bums once a month. I just don't know the date.
You gotta let us know. Do I need to call Trent? Is he your date keeper?
He is the man.
Okay.
That's Trent Young. Anybody got his number? Call him.
Oh, I have both. I got yours, Trent's, and Shelly's. But I mean, as far as the band goes, everything's going great.
Why? Yeah. Just
got a record out.
No. I'm too old.
Tim's one of those guys. He's just good at anything he does.
Yeah.
He's not great, but he's
he's not great at anything.
No, stop it. You're a great entertainer.
He is good.
You can't get disappointed if you like. Now, can people hire you at birthdays and such?
I mean, yes.
I think he just does it.
Are you hired entertainment? That's what I need to know.
With my,
always working.
Back, Tim. That's probably his agent.
With my ball schedule with my kids, there's very few dates that I have. So,
are you coaching?
Always.
Okay, I thought you were. Yeah, last time I saw you, I think it was last year. You were coaching. How's that going? Is the season over now?
Oh, no, it's just starting.
Oh, good Lord.
Tim does summer ball.
Oh, yeah. I'm out. You enjoy that summer solstice and 90-degree weather.
So at the first year, I give Trent Young a ball schedule, and then he sets a music schedule off of that.
Okay. Duke, can you believe Timmy's grown up to be such a big man?
I know, man. I tell you what, I've put me in the old folks' home.
No, but it has been a fun day hanging out with you guys, honestly. Is there anything else we need to say? Because I know they just sloshed you up here.
No idea.
We're just trying to get better ratings because all his good looks.
I'm sure it was a great podcast. I just have no idea what you're talking about.
It's all things Warren County.
Just show up and smile, Tim.
Show up and smile, yeah. Shake and nod.
That's all I do.
Anything else, Duke, you want to say before we go?
Not really. Just a personal thing is that the movie Jaws turns 50 years old today. It was released on this day, 1975, and NBC is doing a special showing of that tonight on the network, Channel 4. And I think they've got a new intro recorded by Steven Spielberg introducing the movie tonight. So that'll be fun, and that'll be something that the family are doing tonight, reminiscing. Of course, I'm as old as that movie. I seen it when I was about 3 years old. It did probably, scarred me as a child. That's probably why I don't like to swim. And but it'll be a fun night, and always good to relive the past for sure.
Speaking of Jaws, I remember, but I don't know where it was, but isn't there somewhere where they watch the movie in the water in tubes?
Yeah, they do a lot of that during the summer.
Night. This is a thing.
Yeah.
There's
and
a place somewhere.
they have swimmers who come by and grab the tubes as you're sitting out there during certain scenes and whatnot. And so, but anyway, yeah, I would never do that. I would never do that.
Timmy says that's a good way to get punched.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay
I'm about to start a fight.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. But before I forget to, I want to shout out to my boys, TNZ Rental and Removal. Don't forget to call Tyler and Zach. They do commercial and residential properties. They also do trailer rentals. So make sure you give them a call if you ever need them. If you want the number, please message me and let me know. And then also something that Duke kind of just got to see yesterday that he was so amazed with is the Local Voice newspaper, which, of course, this was one of our old ones right here. This is the new one, I think, right here. Yeah. So got the new ones, old ones. But, of course, this is, you just told that, Timmy. Go ahead. Y'all be my little displayers. But that's the newest one up there. It's for the Local Voice. It's $2 an issue. You can also subscribe for a digital copy for free. Just text keyword Local Voice to 931-369-3050 and with your email address. Or you can actually also get it a doorstep delivery now, which it's $2 a pop as well.
That's neat.
Yes, thank you. Walker started that. It's called News Dash. So he is going to be delivering them. Got to keep it going. But we do have a lot of places you can pick up the hard copy. Supreme is one of them, so make sure you get your copy here. I just dropped off more at Jay's Restaurant, so make sure you check that out and more. But, of course, in this week's, I just go through it right fast for you guys. This is the main one, but we talk about Father's Day. We talk about how Bonnaroo got canceled. We talk about the Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off, the DAR, the Daughters of the Revolution. Sorry, you can read that later. The local government. We weren't, unfortunately, able to go to any of them last week, and it has been slow this week. But the city of McMinnville, Nolan, Maine, does a great job with his notes. We talked about Mamma Mia. We talked about if you need a place to party or just have a gathering, check out the Loving. Also, too, shout out to the schools. They're getting all these new teachers. We also do a little shout out to them. I also don't want to forget, because I want to mention this. If your son or daughter is a senior, today is the last day for senior boys formals. Do not forget that, boys and girls. Today's your last day for formals, so make sure if you did not check your email, check it out. And then the girls are next week, the 24th through the 27th, the senior girl formals. And then, here you go. And then the makeup day, if your child misses it, is going to be on June the 28th as the last day for your senior formals. So please, please contact Shelly Miller at Miller Photography at 668-1969, okay? And then, of course, if you have an obituary, a yard sale, what else? A yard sale, hiring ad, house for sale, anytime, classifieds. I'm telling you, it's in here. You want lambs for sale? Yeah. That's in the classifieds today. You need a lamb? And also, I've debated on putting this in there and calling these people. Somebody on McMinnville Chatter is letting you hire 5 of their goats or their sheep to eat your grass. You need a clearing?
That is a great
thing, Jimmy.
That is a great plan.
Yes. You want to rent some sheep and goats to help, mow down some of your high grass lawn?
Great idea.
It works. It works. I'm telling you. But anyways, you can check all that out here in this. So don't forget to subscribe for free to get your digital copy, or become, buy it for $2 because those are not cheap. And if you want to keep local news local, support me. Duke, any last words before we go?
No, I've had a great time being on the show this week, and hope to do it next week, depending upon scheduling conflicts and whatnot. And it's good to see Timmy and Reese and everybody there at Supreme Building Products.
Exactly. And many blessings to each and every one of you guys. I do end actually with a word of prayer, and so I'm going to make Timmy do it today. I'm going to put you on the spot, bro.
Sounds great.
It is great. It is great. Unless you want to do it, Reese.
No, Timmy can do it.
Timmy can do it. One thing, I know we usually ask for prayers today, but we were kind of running out of time. We need to lift up Ashley and Ryan Moore's family in the prayers. Lift up Ashley and her side of the family as she has lost a father. It is not easy losing a dad. Trust me, we've all been there. But just keep them in your prayers and keep all those people that are sick and traveling, all these life challenges, and all the unspoken prayers too, because there's so many. But Timmy, can you lead us in a word?
Why, certainly.
Thank you.
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for this another beautiful day that we get to live upon this earth and bring the word of You, bring the word of Christ to other people. We ask that You be with the sick and afflicted in the world over today. We ask that You be especially with Ashley and her family as they grieve the loss of her father, and be with them as only You can. We ask, Heavenly Father, to be with us now as we depart and help us all to our destination safely. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That's a good one, Timmy. Thank you. I hate putting people on the spot, but I never mind putting you on the spot. All right, guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.